Right, very good morning. Me coffee's gone cold. That ain't no good, man. Alright, so we will sort out a cuppa. What a manic morning. Stick you there. Whoa. Bum, bum, bum. Ba, 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 bum, bum. Ba, 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 bum, bum, bum. Yeah, you're probably expecting some music this morning, but I have been a little bit busy. However, still here. Right. Yeah, we got people. Get in. Good morning. So I'm a little bit late, but I'm here. One very, very busy morning. Helps you put the kettle on. So, who have we got this morning? We got Vivian. Somebody thinks Diddy? No, Diddy's American. I'm not Diddy. And who else we got? Free Palestine. Palestine or Israel, they should both be able to live together. And the Pete, very good morning. So, trying to upload a video which was done this morning. I am very good. Expensive Palestine, says the sheriff. Don't know what that means. Well, that equal temper. That was November, which is last year. The weather in England is fine at the moment. Sun is shining, and yeah, it's a little bit cold, but it is autumn. So let me just tell you about the video which is going to pop up. Video's 9 minutes and 9.5 minutes long ish, and this morning I secured the domain for the People's Bus. Thought I had done that yesterday, but I had to ring them this morning to say about it. So I'm just stirring my cup. So yes, it has been the next liquidity is going to be paid in. Yes, while I wait for approval. Oh. So let me just give you all a refresh. Yeah. The People's Bus has a Facebook page and pictures of, well, it's got a banner picture, and we also have the SYC as well. And what I'm hoping to do is this. I want to take both liquidity pools to a certain amount so that I can say to Liz, they're the liquidity pools, and they will stay where they are until 2030. What I'm trying to say to those people at the job centre is this: everything starts with the idea. And normally the idea would be written down on an A4 pad. Nowadays, we have other things like Lovable, Replit, etc., where you can give the idea to them and they build it for you. Ideas are not worth much. No. But when you put all of the pieces together, then you do get something. Because both of those projects, can you pay for Sky Sports? No. Geordie Nuts isn't out yet. It's still on WX. It has to be unlocked. So you've got to be patient. Yeah? If you're patient, my nana always said to me when I was growing up, the patient person will get what they want at the end of the day. And that's what you've got to be, patient. Now, as Programming Sheriff is saying, yeah, these projects, they are being put forward to the minister, and there's also the website. There is also the meme coin connected to the website. Writing a book, possible, yeah. What if she says no? Well, part of her job is a little word, but it's a big word. And part of her job is science and innovation. Both go hand in hand. So they could turn around and say, nah, we're not going to do it. They could. But if they did that, then it would be a struggle. Yes. But it would still continue. So I get where you're coming from. I had the same issue when I was a driver years and years ago. Because when I was a driver many years ago, my depot was on the chopping block. Those at Sunderland said that we need to do something, and have you got any ideas? And there was about 160 drivers at that meeting in the Labour Club in Newcastle. So it was a case back then of I put my hand up and said, this is my idea. Can I have your email? And I got in touch with a senior director, but that senior director listened. He listened to the plan fully. And then he turned around and said to us, do you know how much money that's going to cost you? And I was like, you have to spend money to make money. That went down badly within the company, and I had, after that meeting, I had a target on my back. Now, I can't see chat, so I'm bringing the phone close. Good morning, Richie. How you doing, mate? So yes, those who doubt, and there's going to be a few, you can carry on doubting, but it's not going to stop what's happening. Oh. Morning, Steve-O. Good morning, Belarus. Have you missed anything? No, not yet. I was going to do music, but I've just come off the phone with a company that rents properties in the city of Nottingham. And I've saved their information so that when I do get approval, I can say, right, I want an office in this location. How much is it going to cost me? Good morning, Kevin. I'm sure Kevin was on Through Black and White Eyes last night. It's not going to be programming, Sheriff, right? It's not going to be the crypto. That's going to do the deal. The crypto has to be converted to USDT back to GBP. You're getting yourself confused, yeah? And until those in London realize, yeah, that the quicker they green light everything, the better. You know, honestly, really? Yeah, one thing I'm going to tell you, right, is this. Yeah, and I found this out within the past month. What I found out was this. You have V1, you have V2, and then you have V3. So the first round is V1, and then V2 is the next round, and V3 is where you flip over to a smart contract. Now, smart contracts I do know about. Right. So, yeah. Apologies for the phone call. Now, one of the things that is going to happen is this. What? Mr. J. Goons, really? No, that's not the job centre. No. No, it's not. What I am expecting from Motso, I don't know when it'll be, but I'm expecting merch. Whether that's a hoodie or whether that is t-shirt, a baseball cap, I don't know. Yes, she watches the channel, the Pete. Yeah, she watches all of us. There were in the YouTube content creators boot camp. There were 100 people on each call. Is she fit? No, not well. She wouldn't go into like my kind of person. I'm expecting merch too. Oh, right. Well, I'm going to be checking to see on Fourth Wall whether I put the denim jacket into the archive because I don't know. Because if it's in the archive, then it's not available. So just letting you know. Because stuff which is in the archive, my brother was saying to us how you need products that people are going to want. Belarus is saying a denim jacket at 2K. Imagine what he'll be giving away at 5K. Well, one thing I'm going to say to you all is this. The more I get memberships, which I'm asking in the video for the People's Bus, the better. Because I can say to those down in the job centre, look, there's the proof. Yeah. And if you've got the proof in front of you, hard to argue otherwise. Would you agree? So the instructions we've all had from Motso is to get more people signed up on memberships as well as subscribers. Don't know about the Mr. Beast model. I don't know much. All I know is he's one of the biggest YouTubers on the planet. That's about as much as I know about him. I have to say, I'm worried about Newcastle. Why did you not look good? Eh? We beat Fulham. The season is long. Okay, so the Sunderland are second or third in the league. But the season isn't over. We have November, we have December. And in December, the hope is Newcastle are within the top 5. I watched the match on Match of the Day. Yeah, the Pete. I did. Belarus is saying you take subscriber count. I'm just showing them because what they said, this is what they said. Oh, so you've got to 1,000 subscribers, but we don't really class that as a job. And I was like, it's a start, which it is. It's a start. And since hitting 1,000, where has it gone? Up. Yes. Would you agree? So what I'm looking at the moment is there's 19 people here. I've got 4 likes. So can we address the problem and get the likes up? They are right, says Programming Sheriff. Well, yes and no. Oh, man. Wow, wait, man, my head's in a spin. My mobile's gone off 4 times today. And that was the 4th. There is a system. There is a system, Dan. I just haven't worked out how to work that system. Because you can gift memberships. Just haven't quite worked that bit out yet. The reason why I haven't quite worked that bit out yet is because Seeking You, Geordie Nation, and the People's Bus has me locked into a seat. Right. There. And I sit in that seat and I'm on there. Okay? And Belarus, or you would go back and rub it in. Well, do you know the thing is this, right? Once approval has been granted, what I could do is this: turn around and say, right, I have the information before me, tell you good people what the approvals are, and you decide whether I get another few thousand subscribers and another few thousand memberships. It's up to you. I can only do so much. Yeah. The Pete. Will you ban? What was that? Will you ban the job centre staff who took? No, I won't. Everybody can, we're all adults at the end of the day, and adults make mistakes. Yeah. If you make a mistake, not once, not twice, 3 times, then yeah, you do deserve to be banned. But not after once. Yeah. And the reason why this is going to sound crazy, absolutely crazy. 1 second, press the wrong button. When I said to them, this was before these projects had even been thought. I was just on to them about the ERC20, which is a smart contract, and YouTube, nothing else. And I said to them about it, and I went through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different advisors, and every one of the 5 said the same thing, which was, we deal in real world jobs, Paul. And I was like, so what do you mean by real world jobs? Is that like stacking shelves at the supermarket, sweeping the roads? Yeah. And what I was doing, because I'd done the same thing in Newcastle before I left Newcastle, a wonderful lady called Chi. Yeah. She is a Labour MP for Newcastle Central. And to cut a long story short, really short, my mum had asked me to take her up to Scotland. I didn't want to take the laptop in case the room got, somebody got into the room who wasn't supposed to be. And the laptop vanished. And they stopped me benefit. But she got the benefit back. and she got the carer's allowance as well. But yeah, so we have 20 people here. We've got 5 likes. Let's up the likes. Huh? Come on. Now, today there will be 3 20-minute videos. Okay. I'm already live right now, so that's extra, and the domain acquired, that will be coming up as well. Because I was having a debate the other day with a bus driver, a lady bus driver, and she went, "Oh, you're the lad who does YouTube." I went, "Yeah." So word is spreading, and that's positive. Thank you, Belarus. Thank you. A fresh cut. Yeah. You like it? Shave the sides. And there is, I think, 2. Let's have a little check. A second here. Let's have a little check. Right. Yeah, I'd say there's about in this one, which is the rosemary oil. In that, there's about another week worth of that, which rub into the hair. But you can also do this on your skin as well, and you get that through my TikTok. My TikTok is Paul Gallant 67 at, and this is important, at Paul Gallant 3. So you have been warned, yeah. Programming Sheriff Paul, your hair looks like you are 85. Is it? My lord, I've just went straight past retirement age. My lord. Hey, damn. So according to Programming Sheriff, I'm a pensionable age. My. Do you know where the white hair came from? Honestly, do you want to know where the white hair came from? I'll tell you. So, how my hair went from jet black to white. Driving a bus through the city centre of Newcastle. People do the strangest things when they are on their mobile phone, like, oh, let's just walk out in front of the road. Am I looking forward to retirement? Nah, of course not. Can we see a picture of you with black hair? I might dig one out for you. Yeah. Mind you, it will be in uniform. Blue uniform. Yeah. So, yeah, I'll do that. Good morning, Prehistoric TV. Good morning. REM did the song Someone's Turning White. Okay. I have dyed my hair, but my brother turned round and he says to us, Different can't dye your hair again. He says, grow old gracefully. And I was like, oh, cheers. This is from family, you know? Grow old gracefully. No. But what I was looking at the other day, I was in Poundland the other day, and I saw Alpen, and not the cereal. It's a shampoo thing. Do I go to Poundland often? No. Only when I'm in the city centre. To catch the bus, the short way. Good morning. Potato, is it potato army fever? That's a bit of a strong one, like, isn't it? So yes, um, I've just I've got to update Replit this afternoon, and then Replit will have the new domain. My brother wanted me to work alongside him, but it's getting to where he works. There's no transport to get there. And looking at the moment at sorting the transport part out. I'm good, Hayden. I can drive there once I get the car sorted out. That's a very good point, Belarus. Yeah, it's a privilege to many. Mark Twain, an American writer. So there are lots of things coming. Southampton is a long distance. Thanks for the offer, programming sheriff. Thanks for the offer. it comes, it comes with custard creams as well. Oh, that's brilliant, man! Brilliant. But yeah, I prefer the pepper grinders. Do you know one thing, right? I'm having bother with my pepper grinder at the moment. I went and got some peppercorns, and the I don't know if it was the actual peppercorns. So I got them from Lidl, and what I'm having to do, well, I'll show you it. I'll show you it. It's easier. Now, there's my little thing, yeah. And what I tend to do before we moved here was you put them in and you just go, yeah, and it would put the pepper on your food. But with this one now, in the new ones I got from Lidl, I have to like do this and then do it back. Such a pain in the you know what. Mr. What? Oh, we've got somebody with a foreign language. Okay, welcome in. That was part of also what we did in the YouTube content creators bootcamp, changing the dynamics of what we were doing and how we were uploading. I roast my pepper and put it back in the grinder. Huh? Okay. Mr. Bad is in England. Yes, we are. Well, I'm English. I'm a Geordie lad. So yeah, there was 23 people here. What we do offer here is we have super chat, we have super sticker, we also have super thanks, and all of those are available through the $ where you go to type your comment. So yeah, and 3 videos today will be members only videos, just so you all know. Have I ever had, was it, Paul, have you ever needed surgery for anything before? Yes, I had an accident on the bus, and that was Market Street West. Do I speak German? No, I don't. But welcome into Mr. Bad. If you can change your translation, then we can all see what you're putting in the comments. Well, one of the things with being an ex-bus driver is public toilets. A lot of the public toilets were closed by the councils in Newcastle, and that's a real dangerous thing. Yeah, because your driver, you've got to take on fluids while you're doing the job of driving, and some of the drivers would like load up in town, Blackett Street or Pilgrim Street or somewhere else, and they would have a little sip of water or pop or whatever, and that works its way through your body until you need to oh, hold on. Programming sheriff, how are you going to convince the female bus driver? Well, dead easy. It's really dead easy at the end of the day, because I already proved it when I got off the bus, because the last thing I said to her was this: have you ever heard of Bitcoin? Because people in the beginning, when I was still in Newcastle, said, oh, Bitcoin's a scam. Well, if it's a scam, how come it's worth so much money? No, she wasn't hostile. No, she just turned round, and what she was basically on about was this, the Pete. She turned around and just said that it's all money. And that's exactly what it is. It's all money. It's just getting people used to a different form of money, which you can have on your mobile device. And that's the crux of it. Because having it in your wallet on your mobile phone. Cool. Bitcoin still has no utility. Right. What I'm going to say to you, cool, is this. You keep shouting that from the highest rooftops. Or, if you wish, try jumping out of a perfectly good plane and shouting it through a loudspeaker all the way down to the ground. Because I can tell you this, I said this years ago, Bitcoin will climb to $1 million. I know that. Yeah. Uh, I know it's men's mental health soon. I'm going to be doing a video on that. What I was trying to say to Cool is this. People who turn around and say about, oh, cryptocurrency this and oh, cryptocurrency that, have not got a clue. You see, you've got to use fiat, your fives, your tens, your 20s, to buy crypto. You can't go into an exchange with a nice big bar of gold and say, I want to buy this, because they'll turn around and say, we don't accept that. Sorry. You wish that Code Cowboy was not banned. Well, Code Cowboy was one of the people who basically was offered the chance of a lifetime, and he blew the chance. Vivian, people were probably unsure of coins when they are new. Yes, very good. You got a very valid point. But what you got to look at is the bigger picture. And the bigger picture is how many people here in the United Kingdom have a mobile phone? That's what you got to look at. Programming Sheriff. So if people feel they should be banned, if so, how come you get so many chances with your business? Seems a bit unfair. No, because you see, the thing was this, yeah? March and April, I was asking for help, and 5 people were on the list. 5 people turned around and says, oh, Paul, we can do what you want us to do in one day. And since that time, and I'm just judging it by time, May, June, July, August, oh, this isn't working, that's not working. And I was like, so they did a real good job, didn't they? Hmm? And one of those people turned around and said to me this. Their exact words were, you give me access and it'll be done in 24 hours. So somebody gives me that information. That means you're proficient at what you're trying to do. And still, complaint, 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 and more complaints. No, you've got yourself in a right pickle. Yeah, you've got yourself in a right pickle because that those 5 people had access for a month, and then they were removed. The reason why they were removed was because people were saying in my comments, well, this doesn't work and that doesn't work. So there we go. As my nana said to me when I was younger, when you fall down, pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and plod on. Well, the one thing, right, I've seen this for myself 3 times now. And what's meant to happen, if you've got a bus that has to reverse in Newcastle, you would ask for an inspector. And if an inspector couldn't get to you, you would ask for one of your passengers to watch your back because you can't see what's behind you. You can only look through your wing mirrors. And the person who would be watching your back would be called a technical banksman. Heavy metal footy! I'm expecting that within this month, next 30 days. Because the information is sitting on their desk, waiting. Lazarus, have you finished cutting your hair? Yeah, of course I have. It's all done. So there are lots of bits and pieces. The main ones, they're ready and waiting approval. Programming Sheriff, right? Yeah, is saying what happens if Liz turns you down. I'm going to tell everybody what you just said there. Right? What happens if Liz turns you down at Paul Gallant 3675? Will you have to get a job? What do you think doing a people's bus company is? What do you think it is? Huh? What do you think Seeking You is? What do you think with even Geordie Nation? Huh? Come on. I mean, you're either trying very hard, I will say that, you're trying very, very hard to wind me up, or you haven't got a Scooby Doo. Which is it? Oh, right. So there is no company, no people, and no bus. Right. Okay. 24 hours. Sit on the sidelines. You can watch. I ain't got time for people at the end of the day who are going to be ultra negative. I haven't got time for that, and I'm not going to answer that. What I am going to do is speak to a person today who is going to give me an update. Well, the one thing, Vivian, is this. Yeah. What I started to do was I've done the same thing all my life, writing stuff down on an A4 lined pad. And if it's important, I box it. If it's like still more important as I reach to the bottom of the page, I'll go back up and I'll put like the asterisks to either side of the box. And there will no doubt be arrows in different directions, but that was old school. Nowadays, you can go to Lovable, you can go to Bolt, you can go to Replit, you can go to Claude and tell them, and they'll do it for you. Yeah? There's Corvo here. Hey! Afternoon. So, to everybody that's going to doubt, oh, this can't be done and that can't be done and the other can't be done. Well, I looked at what a guy the other side of the Atlantic did. When people turned around and says, oh, you can't do this and you can't do that, he turned around and went, excuse me, it's done. And he did 3 things, and those 3 things are making money. Well, with a broken down vehicle, yeah, in Fife in Scotland, yeah, they would have a fitter en route to fix the problem. The fitter would either be bringing out a second vehicle for passengers to transfer to and the driver continue his journey, or he will come out with his bag of spanners and a hammer, because they all carry a hammer, and he will hit the engine with the hammer until it starts again. Yes, the fleet will be 100% electric. Equal Temper is saying, what would you choose, a fully working Seeking You or 100,000 subscribers? Both. Corvo is saying, did you take your PIP? Yes, I'm just waiting to go to court now. They are now alighting off the defect and Borden. Yeah, well, that's what I thought, because I've had it a few times where they've just said, carry on. And there was one time what the fitter said, he brought out a vehicle and it was in Blakelow. And he turned around and he went, you are a very lucky lad. And I was like, how? And he went, who told you to carry on? The White Church did. Are you sure? And I was like, yeah, check the communications on the radio. And what he said to us was, the system which was at the back of the bus, if I had have gone another 200 yards, the engine in the back of the bus would have blew up. Yeah, well, that's what Corvo, that's what people were saying earlier, including programming sheriff. He mentioned Code Cowboy in his messages, and he kept going on and on and on and on and on. and it gets monotonous, man. 5 people were given access, and out of 5 people, I can name every single one of them. Well, do you know something, right? Cool, Furby. Yeah? I hope you're listening. I hope you stick the cotton bud in your lug, and, I get the wax suit, right? The purpose of doing what I have done is full-time employment. Yeah? Yeah, true. You've got a point there, Corvo. Yeah. I think, to be honest, it's these people want to stir the pot. People are saying you avoid work. I sit at the computer for 9 hours a day. 9 hours. And I do videos as well. And I upload the videos. And then I share them. So, no, it's not going to work. Stranger things have happened. Yeah, Belarus. Yeah. So, this week, I've got the phone call sometime this afternoon from somebody, and I've got to take that call. So, it's 3 videos to upload. They are for members only. So you won't be able to watch the videos unless you're a member. Okay? And when the office becomes available, because I've saved that number for City Centre of Nottingham for Seeking You, then we will do behind the scenes, and that is $12.99 a month. Now, yeah, so 7 p.m. tonight, we will be back. Cool. What's that saying? People are saying you have no chance of getting. If you want to believe what your mates are telling you, go ahead. Believe what your mates are telling you. That's as simple as that. Believe it. If your mates are telling you that all these things aren't going to happen, you believe your mates. And do me a big favor. Do me a big, big favor. The next time you see one of my videos, don't even click on it. Because your mates know what's going on. Yeah? So you just stick with your mates at the end of the day. The £12 is behind the scenes. And that is when the office opens. So there is more to come. So I'm not on Twitter. I left Twitter before Elon Musk purchased Twitter. And I've heard multiple people, multiple YouTube channels who turn around and say it's a toxic cess pit. So I am not on Twitter. And the chances of me going back onto Twitter are so remote I'm not even going to see it. Pond. I was looking at something, and there is a possibility of a demo. A demo. Oh, of course, there's people. There's going to be people on Twitter with my picture. Like that. That's just that's how they get off on it. You know what I mean? Yeah. Vivian, you are very, very correct. Yeah. They just throw you to the lions to get ripped apart. That's why nah, it's not for me. Well, you it, depending on what you do on Twitter, you might not get ripped apart. But people like who have ideas, who want to put the idea forward, don't even try it. Yeah, no, I'm not going out this Halloween. So I will see you all 7 p.m. and hopefully we have good news from some people, really, some people. So I'll see you all later, and on the way out, smack the like, subscribe, and grab yourself a membership because you will need a membership. Okay? And have a wonderful afternoon.